Cowabunga Ranger Talk. Today we're looking at Super7's robotic Bebop, Rocksteady, and Metalhead Michelangelo. Let's do this. Welcome to Cowabunga Ranger Talk. Today we're looking at Super7's robotic line within the Ninja Turtles Ultimates collection. Maybe you can't see because of all of the glare. So maybe that'll help a little bit. There we go. So we're looking at robotic Rocksteady Bebop and Warrior Metalhead Michelangelo. So these come in their still box art packaging. I mean the blister, the slip cover. So you can see there. See a better shot of them down there. And let me start, organizing this a little bit so we can start the review. So we start with robotic Rocksteady. You can see him, he's out of the box. And a little bit of the layout of him. Let me show you what he comes with. So he comes with some missiles, some missile effects here. Big sword, a gun, and right here, the secondary sheet. Comes with some more hands, this saw blade looking thing, and this shield. So let me get it out of the package and we can get a closer look. So here's Rocksteady finally out of packaging, and just from taking him out and messing with him a little bit, he feels pretty awesome. The colors are very vibrant and they pop. I like the almost translucent effect of the top of the head here. The figure does have these hands that are a little loose. Especially this one wants to just pop out all the time, but I think it's because the rigidness there is not as big as I'd like it to be, so it can stay on, but he looks fine. He's got these thrusters behind him. His head is on a swivel, so he can get a lot of range of motion there. He does have butterfly arms, but he doesn't have butterfly chest, so he can't do the inverted one. As far as articulation, the chest is all one piece. The knees do bend, which is pretty good. And the feet have rockers to them as well. So he does look pretty cool. Let me put him there so I can show you some of the accessories. So we got these hands, these open hands right here. Put up to the side. Also got his big shield. This sword. The effects. And let me plug in the effects, see how it looks with them. Because that's probably the way I'll be displaying him. Right there. He looks great, really. His shield is, yeah, see, those hands don't want to give you no rhythm. But I don't know if I should even try to force it or maybe use a different hand. See if that'll fit better. Alright, so that looks alright so far. Let's see if I can put the other weapons on him. The hand wants to come off, so. That right there looks pretty cool. And the figure does look good. I like the way it looks. I like the way it feels. It could always be a little tighter and a little more snug, but so far it's good stuff. Now let me take this off. Try on the other, the blade sword effect one. Alright, there you go. Now that's a look. that's actually very cool looking. So very good job by the sculptors, the designers at Super7. This looks very, very fun. So I have to say that off the bat. Now his blaster. Yeah, his blaster is just sort of slided in there, but it's not fully positioned, so it might move out. I mean, good that it doesn't, but it's also very in the air type thing. But he does look pretty great, and so far so good. Let's move on to the next figure. Now here's the layout for Robot Rocksteady Bebop. I'm sorry. So you can see it comes with a shield, a couple of guns, a drill, more hands, and then this big fist that's gonna be fun to play with. So let's get him all the way out. So here is Robotic Bebop, and he looks pretty great as well. Sculpting, no notes, no complaints, no nothing. He looks really cool. I like the gunmetal gray that they use for him as comparison with the very shiny metal that they use for Rocksteady. So they kind of balance each other out. They're not, exactly the same color, the exact same thing like the vintage toy was. The shoulder pads here, they move up and down, and I love the way this thing looks, by the way. The head is on a ball socket here, rocker. Look at that. This freaking head sculpt is so great. It's so well done. The feet are on rockers as well. Knees single jointed. But I think it did a good job here, especially in hiding some of the articulation that needed to go all the way in there. So very good. And just looking at this thing, the sculpt work is like right on the money. It is very, very good what they've done here. It's an impressive piece of work. And yes, I did end up getting these way after the fact, but where they are now that I have them in hand, both of them, because they were also released differently. They were released in split waves. So in one wave came Bebop, and the other one came Rocksteady, so you couldn't get both, kind of like they did with the regular release of Rocksteady and Bebop, splitting them up, and then they split up the Turtles too, but still, it was nice to get. And if, I would have known that these were these good, these are very much worth the $55 and $65 that they were, you know, because yeah, I mean, for everything you're getting a lot. So and this isn't shilly or anything, because when, you know, we review stuff here, we say, hey, look, there's nothing in the box, there's nothing in the box. These two figures so far, there's a lot of big chunky pieces, and it's very much worth it. I actually ended up getting these from Big Bad, and I got them at like 30 and 38. So I ended up getting these and Warrior Michelangelo for like $97. So it was well worth it. But let's look at some of the other stuff that my man here comes with. So he comes with this giant, like, I don't know, Thanos type infinity gauntlet of a hand, which looks really cool. Comes with a big shield. Also some effect pieces, which, you know what, I'll put on already, because I like the effect pieces a lot. These are shelf killers though. These are not small 3 3/4 figures. These are like 8-something inch figures. These are very big boys. Just so you know. Then there's this mangled hand, which looks real freaking gnarly. See if I can get a closer shot of it there. It just looks cool. It just looks cool. Now he comes with this big knife, because it doesn't look like a sword. It looks more like a knife, but it looks like one of the giant robotic knives. It doesn't look like a sword to me, but maybe you call it a sword. Also got this big drill. His gun. Which out of everything, the gun seems to feel the cheapest, if you want to say cheapest, but I don't see anything wrong with this big blaster looking thing. He comes with fist, two fists, so 2 punching fists. And he comes with 2 open hands that look pretty great as well. So let's try maneuvering this guy a little. See if we can put some of the accessories on him. He is a lot tighter than Rocksteady, by the way. His joints are a lot tighter, and I'm not as scared to break them. That's what it looks like with his drill. Now this, I want to see how I can put it on him. If the idea is for them to both be on. How would I put this on? Oh, I know. It's the mangled version that can only go on this hand, because it's the only one that has that peg slot, so the only one that can do it. Funny enough, the left hand is also the one that can hold the big glove, so the left hand's probably gonna wear out its socket more. There we go. It might have been a little something to think about, but nothing out of this world if they would have made the big Thanos looking glove a different color, because it kind of blends in with the other stuff. But no biggie. It's still a very, very beautiful figure. And let me try to put this knife in his hand, this sword, what have you. Because I don't think it's gonna fit in that unless I heat it up, and I don't want to break the plastic. So let me see here if I can try to get the freaking, okay, see, there it is. I got his gun on. He is looking pretty cool right there. And just for funsies, let's see if I can get his, which hand could even possibly hold this knife looking thing. No, it ain't that one. See if I can get the other hand to hold the knife. Alright. Some of you might want to heat these figures up a little before you start messing with them. So, yeah. It looks cool right there. And I'll put him right there. Yeah, he's gonna fall a little because he's so big. But let me put him to the side there and bring on Warrior Metalhead Michelangelo. And here we have Warrior Metalhead Michelangelo. He is exactly the same body as the Metalhead, so don't be expecting anything different from the body, except the belt. I believe they changed it into an M to make it like Michelangelo. I like the colors. The colors are really popping for me. The legs are a little loose, but that's just, I guess, par for the course with this type of figure and such. But he does look pretty cool. And now let's look at some of the accessories. He comes with a couple of extra heads. Comes with a few hands that are open, and the most important one is probably this one, the sort of ET looking finger, his copter. He's got some nunchucks as well, and backpack. This figure actually doesn't come with everything that the original toy actually came with, because the original Metalhead came with a weapons tree. It came with a bunch of the Super7 version anyways, but I'd have to look back and see if exactly what the Playmates original version, if this is all they brought, then that's fine. I mean, either way, I'm not, angry about it or anything. It's just, let's see. There's a little backpack here. See if it makes him too back heavy to stand. Can he stand? Okay, he can stand, so that's a good sign. So yeah, that's basically it. So final review, final thoughts sort of thing. I think these are pretty great. It's a shame that there's not more robots. I mean, there's probably other things coming for the line, but I mean, the only other figure I could think of that might be kind of like this sort of robot, feel would probably be the battle damage foot soldier. That I'll probably get that one eventually too, but for now I think that's gonna kind of wrap it up. Also, I didn't get to mention this, but with the warrior metalhead and Michelangelo, it's interesting that they did Michelangelo. If they wanted to, really reuse the buck, they could just color the bandanas, red, purple, and blue, and make a metalhead Leonardo, Donatello, and Raphael, and have all four turtles in the metalhead scheme. You already made metalhead, so you could use him in other things. I think another option, sort of to help cost cutting or what have you, would be release metalhead in foot soldier colors. That'd be cool. But release him in the $35 the deluxe line. That's a figure that technically has never come out, and it still would be cool because the foot soldiers reprogram metalhead, and that is kind of where they go with that. So I think that'd be an option for them, and hopefully now that things have kind of cooled off with license jumping and this and that, and now we know that Mattel has the main license. Hopefully, freaking Super 7 can come back to this part of the Ninja Turtles universe, because this is the Ninja Turtles universe that I love. These figures, very happy with the purchase, and let me give some cross shots real quick. That's the back of Robotic Bebop. Here's the back of Warrior Metalhead Michelangelo. And here is the back of Robotic Rocksteady. Here we go with a couple more angles and shots of the figures to really give you an appreciation for what this design marvel is, which is what I loved about Super 7 when they originally started recreating Playmates line. And these guys just look awesome. This is very nice work. I believe it might be Kyle along with others that designed this, so if it was, kudos to you and the entire design team at Super 7. This was really, really something special. Thanks for watching Cowabunga Ranger Talk, and catch you next time. Bye.